one of my favorite features of this wonderful outdoor space is the wonderful public art that is all around you. Maybe you've discovered it now, and maybe you'll discover it a little bit later. But throughout this plaza, there are 5 species of native Virginia birds. Getting Plaza public art was not easy to get it correct. It took a number of iterations, and we were fortunate to come across the right people to have the vision to see what could happen within this outdoor space to make it something that's exciting and to inspire all of the people that enjoy it for years to come. Tysons Corner Center commissioned George Mason University art professors and artists, Tom Ashcraft and Peter Winant of the Working Man Collective, to create the Early Bird art collection that you see all around you. At this time, I'd like to invite Bill Reeder, Dean of the College of Visual and Performing Arts at George Mason University, Peter Winant, and Tom Ashcraft up to the stage. Gentlemen, I can't thank you enough for your hard work and vision in bringing together this art installation here on the plaza. And at this time, I would like to present you with a $25,000 check to George Mason University Art Scholarship Fund from the Macerich Foundation.
Thank you, Corey. Thanks, Corey. Please.
I think the whole point of a modern university is to spur the creative talent, the creative spirit of the community. And we are going to deploy these funds to exactly that purpose. They'll form the base of a scholarship for a sculpture student. Clearly, a setting like this will be a point of, when they get the award, we are going to bring them here and say, this is where your support came from. And they'll just stand here and breathe this in. And it'll be the energy, the collective energy of the thousands of people who have made this possible that'll spark them, hopefully, into flights of their own fancy. So let me introduce the 2 artists who created these fabulous birds. And no, you can't have any. Sorry.
Thanks, Bill. Hi, I'm Tom Ashcraft, and I'd like to thank and acknowledge everybody who helped realize this project, especially Scott and Bob and Ron, who are in the audience, so with Macerich, who really were great in this opportunity. And when we convinced them to take the idea of taking a large sculpture and then breaking it into over 60 small sculptures, we're right on board. We were surprised, we loved it, and thank you so much. Also, for your generous support in help creating the foundation for the School of Art. We'd also like to thank our gallery, Hemphill Fine Arts, for their support. Janet Fries, who's in the audience, for their guidance in the beginning of this process. I'd like to thank our assistant, Park Swan, if he's in the audience. Also, we'd like to thank New Arts Foundry, who casted the birds that you find along the plaza here. They did a fabulous job. And would also like to thank my family, who puts up for us when we get involved in these projects. It's always a ride. And also like to thank you all for activating the public space. So public spaces, they have a great ability to humanize cities and create robust social interaction. This design that we have here is a public amenity. So as artists, we were privileged to have the task to try to invest this public facility with a bit more poetry than it otherwise might have. So we thank you. Peter, want to say a few words?
Well, I want to reiterate everything that Tom said, and also want to acknowledge Harold Linton, our former director at the School of Art, who was the sort of the point of contact when this all began. So Harold, thank you so much. We all want to do something good, and we wanted to make something good as a piece of art, but we also wanted to do something good. And this check represents something very, very good. And we are so appreciative of the partnership that we've engaged in with Macerich and the people who've made it possible. And we look forward to, I hope, a long-lasting partnership with you. Thank you.